Hello and welcome to another update video. Today we want to talk about Coinbase. Price is currently at 85.80, has been heavily requested, and on the Coinbase chart we can see first of all a lifetime downtrend. Yeah, this is first of all something which is certainly bearish and certainly long term doesn't give us any indication that this coin, no, it's not a coin, that this stock is in an uptrend or anything, you know, like a long-term uptrend. It would need to prove that. But we have a potential 5-wave move down to new lows, obviously, which bottomed in December 22. Now, this can still go lower, yeah. So, however, we are now observing a potential bullish reversal. And we talk in this video about what needs to happen now for this bullish reversal to unfold further, and what are the levels that definitely must not break to keep the bullish count active. We also talk about the relevant pivot points and also potential bearish turning points, because nothing's stopping this chart with such a context, such a history. You know, it could easily do this, okay? 5 waves down, 3 waves up, 5 waves down, it could continue. But obviously, let's assume we get back into a bull market at some point in crypto, then the chances are that Coinbase is going to do quite well. So let's take a look. And what is more important, first of all, the long-term chart here, I mean, it's not that long-term, but that is important to understand context, to understand that this stock is in trouble, potentially. I mean, it's just trying to get out of the trouble. But remember, this started at around $430, okay? So yeah, it was quite a bit of hype. We've got a 5-wave move down, and we just need to be aware that the context is pretty either, well, unreliable, certainly not bullish, but that could develop, okay? So we take a look at that now, because we had some interesting developments since January, December, in line basically with the crypto market. I mean, Bitcoin's price also doubled since November 22, even though here Coinbase outperformed Bitcoin. So off this low in January, we have an impulse. This is impulsive. Okay, we can count a 5-wave move up. So in a very bullish interpretation, the bullish wave count is the yellow one. Yeah, so actually I should make the 5 waves down white. So you can always restart a bullish count, right? It's just that it would give us a pretty short chart history. But the yellow wave count would be the bullish interpretation. What would need to happen? Or how would a bullish wave count unfold? Well, see, we've got a wave 1, done, impulse. We had an ABC structure at the time into support. I did analyze I do analyze it still on Discord for channel members of our main channel, but obviously we thought about adding some stocks here to a membership here on MoreCryptoOnline as well, but that takes time and needs to be built first. But it came to the golden ratio here in a wave 2. So it pulled back. I think it was a support area at the time I mentioned before. I think originally we had it here. It never broke. So yeah, turned around basically in a typical wave 2 support area. So it could now be in this third wave. Yeah, in a third wave, it would need to reach at least the 1.618 extension. We're looking for the 161.8% extension, 161.8%, yeah, 1.618. And that would take it to around about $246. Now, that's obviously quite a bit of a move. And this would not unfold in a straight line. Ideally not. Ideally, we start to see some setbacks soon. So that means we need to be watching basically between now and $104 for a setback. And a setback is now, and we still talk about the bullish count, yeah, which would take it to potentially eventually new all-time highs, but that will take time. The reason I'm saying a pullback is likely now, because we can count 5 waves up of the lows. I can count, yeah, but do you understand? So in Elliott wave, we need to have 5 waves in each subwave. So, well, in the impulses. So here in the wave 3, we want to have 5 subwaves. And again, in the first wave of that third wave, we also want to have 5 waves. And as soon as we have 5 waves, we can look forward to a potential pullback. Now, I can count 5 waves in here. I've got a wave 1, I've got a wave 2, I've got a wave 3. Let me just see where I had that. Here 4, and then the wave 5. That thing could be done. Yeah, I'm not saying it is, because we always need to have evidence that it's coming down. I need to have a bit more of a setback here, yeah, but we now have 5 waves up. Yeah, so that doesn't mean it has to come down now, but it means we need to be ready. We shouldn't be surprised if it starts to retrace now. And if it comes back in a wave 2, then we can formulate a support area where price again has a chance to turn around. Now, again, I can measure that now, but only based on the last swing high. Okay, so obviously if it goes a little higher, we have to adjust that as well. That means in any pullback, it must hold the $54 level to maintain momentum in the yellow wave count. It's very clearly defined. $54 needs to hold to maintain momentum in the bullish wave count. And why do I say a pullback is due? Well, first of all, we've got 5 waves up. And if it's indeed the yellow count which is working out, then we should typically start to see a pullback between the 61.8 extension and the 78.6 extension of the wave 1. You don't want the subwave, the first subwave of the third wave, get any closer in terms of length to what the wave 1 of a larger degree is. So that means it needs to have a certain length in proportion to the larger degree wave 1. If it doesn't, it's putting more emphasis on the bearish count. So that means if it rallies further without pullback, for many people this would seem bullish, but it's not. It's actually bearish, yeah, because it indicates more that we get straight away a 3-wave move in an ABC and it will break down. These rallies which do not see any sufficient corrections, like indicated here in the yellow count, they typically fail and they typically only make 3 waves. It's a bit counterintuitive, but it's one of those old tricks and yeah, one of those old rules that is not so well known in Elliott wave, but it is one. So you don't want the sub wave 1 to be too long. If it is, it raises, it's not a guarantee, but it raises the probability that it's just an ABC structure. And that takes us to the white wave count. The white wave count is the bearish one, which would count this as an ABC structure. Also could go higher, absolutely. Against 50, again, $54 is in the white count and the yellow count the support against which price can move higher. So in any deeper pullback, if that deeper pullback starts, it must hold $54. Also in the white wave count, because then we could work on a C wave here. Yeah, the C wave is also a 5-wave move, but it would put all of this in the context of a larger 3-wave move, which could fail. So we've got 5 waves down, therefore we need to look forward to a 3-wave move up, and you know, after that 3rd wave up, this is where the real decision moment comes. For now, I think the focus can be on higher, but a short-term pullback would actually be healthy, and that could start at any moment now. If we look at the indicators, I mean, best on the daily chart, it's probably more reliable. Let's see if they get exhausted. Not yet really, so the daily is still pushing. RSI also still pushing. Overbought, yes, but no divergences. So I think here there's a good chance this still keeps pushing. 8-hour chart, no bearish divergences. 4-hour chart starts to see some bearish divergences, but yeah, let's see. I mean, it's still fairly high momentum. I mean, on the 4-hour chart, it starts to cross potentially bearish now on the MACD. It's too early to say. So again, I'm not telling you this is turning around, but I'm starting to tell you that this is now the area where we need to be watching for a potential pullback. Yeah, that's my update about Coinbase. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.